This week for our Be Your Best story, we'll meet siblings Deni and Melody Yang. The two have been combining entertainment, art and science, performing in bubble shows for most of their young lives. Following in the footsteps of their parents, Fan and Anna Yang, they have entertained audiences around the world with their marvellous stage performances. They recently visited Dubai to do a series of bubble shows at the World Trade Center.
We began performing, I began when I was 3, him when he was 4. And my parents, they were both street performers. And so they started off juggling, magic, and then my father came across bubbles. And then he started creating different formulas for bubbles. And then when me and my brother were born, then he put us on stage. And we started doing the shows, but we never thought of it as working. We always thought of it as play. So,
I would have like little comments like, "Hey Tia, look at all these people," like on stage. But people would kind of find it funny because when you're that young, your innocence is pure. You can just do whatever you want almost, right? I would fall off stage. People would find it funny. I'm like, okay, I won't do it again. It requires a lot of lung power. Right, air control. So as a singer as well, you have to have a really strong diaphragm. So training your heart, training your deep breaths, out breaths, those play a big factor of how far you can push the bubbles, how much bubbles you can blow into one. So it's just the small things make the biggest effect, but you have to train it. So the lung is also something you need to train as well.
You would expect many different variations and elements of bubbles, meaning we make square bubbles, spinning bubbles, smoke bubbles, and not even that. We bring a different effect. We have special effects and we have laser lights that we combined with the bubbles. And with this is something that's very unique because once you see the lights and the bubbles hit together, it creates like a sparkling, glowing effect. And this is something that you can expect in the show. My fitness routine, so I go to the gym at least 5 to 6 times a week for 2 hours a day. And I am pretty good on my diet. I eat a lot of chicken and rice. I eat a lot of broccoli. I eat green beans, asparagus, salmon.
So I like to spend my time, if it's not bubbles, it's either doing something outdoors and adventures, hikings, just being out in nature, just like bubbles are part of nature.
I'm training right now for MMA, so I'm doing that just as a hobby. Why MMA? Because I am also going into acting, and with acting I want to know mixed martial arts, and mixed martial arts is something that you need to know if you want to go into acting for film, for action, and that's something that I look forward to doing.
But can you say also mixed martial arts is something where it teaches you balance, control, mental stability, so it's kind of like a workout for everything. You can do mixed martial arts and you'll get endurance, strength training, stamina build, so it's a very core kind of like style of working out.
There are many memorable performances because every performance is unique, every audience is unique, and everyone we bring on stage is always different. But for me, the most memorable performance is probably, I think it was when I was in New York, and I remember I did a show and I had to bring a little girl on stage. And when I brought the little girl on stage, during that performance, she looked like she was about to cry because she really wanted to go on stage, and I think she was afraid I didn't select her. But once I did, and her reaction after that, she was so happy, so joyful. Once the bubbles came all around, she started jumping, she started laughing, giggling. And for me, these moments are the moments that I look for in every show and try to create for everyone.
So bringing every child on stage is something unique because you never know where they come from or how, so we have to gauge how they feel because they might be different in the audience when they come on stage. Their attitude or persona can change a lot because now they have a lot of eyes on them, and it's our job to make sure that they are, comfortable with us. Now, there was one time there was a Make-A-Wish Foundation, so a child wanted to see the bubble show, and so they had to bring the life support in, and I took my time to be able to bring the child on stage with the life support, so that way they can actually be on stage, feel the Broadway feel, and put them in a bubble, it's just like a elevated, uplifting feel for everybody,
Physique TV,
Be your best.